How to ask a question in German. In today's lesson, I will show you how you can ask a question. I will show you the different question words that you can use and why we call them W questions. And I will also show you so-called yes/no questions. Hi, my name is Jan and I'm your German teacher here on EasyDeutsch, your YouTube channel for German grammar. Today's topic is asking questions in German. How do we do that? Usually you ask questions in the comments section after my videos if you have a question. So today's challenge is don't ask me in English, ask me in German, because today I will teach you how to ask a question in German. And therefore, we will switch now into my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily. So we're here now in my ebook, German Grammar Explained Easily. Today's topic is, where is the German subject? So where can we find that? Usually because it is different from English. Let's have a look at English first. How do we do it in English? In English, the subject comes in front of the verb. That's pretty much the case. In German, it's a little bit different. The subject usually wants to stay close to the conjugated verb, but that doesn't mean it has to be in front, like in English. This is the case for the main clause. In the subordinate clause, it is different. If you're still not sure what's the difference between a main and a subordinate clause, I highly recommend you my video about the differences of main and subordinate clauses, Hauptsätze, Nebensätze in German, that I'd link for you in the info cards there. In English, remember, if you want to put something else in front, like in this sentence, you have to separate that by comma, followed by the subject, which is it here. Unlike in English, comma, it does not have to be in front of the verb. So here, this it is the subject, so it stands in front of the conjugated verb. So the verb that you need to adjust according to who or what you're talking about or to. So in German, it is also usually on position 1, the subject, but not always. You can put anything on position 1 in German. Also did a video on this. If you have questions there, it's linked in the info cards, but it doesn't have to be the subject. But let's have a look at an example where the subject is in position 1. Ich habe mein Handy verloren. So I've lost my phone, my mobile phone. Here the subject is the most important information, and that's why it is in position 1, because it's important that everybody knows that I have lost my phone, not you or he or she. So that's why position 1. But in the second example, wo ist mein Handy? Where is my phone? Similar to English here, a question word can be in position 1 in English, so it is in German too. Where is my cell phone, my mobile phone? It goes behind the conjugated verb, because remember the main rule about German sentence structure, the verb goes position 2 in any main clause at all time. That is non-negotiable. It is in position 2. That's why if we put something else in front of the conjugated verb, the subject goes behind the conjugated verb. You can see this here in the next example too. Auf dem Bett liegt es doch. So in English you would say, it lays on the bed. Oh, look over there. It lays on the bed. You have to say it like this. You cannot say on the bed lays it. I'm sure if you actually can, but it sounds very weird to me. In German, this is very common because here, obviously, the location of the lost phone is the most important information, because we already know that we are talking about the phone. So that's here. S is the pronoun, the replacement for Handy. goes behind the verb. If you want to know what's a pronoun, if you don't know it yet, I will link the video in the info cards for you too. Very important and interesting for you too. Where does the subject go in a subordinate clause? So in a clause where the verb goes to the end. Very important. In a subordinate clause, the verb only goes to the end. So only the conjugated verb goes to the end. Everything else stays just the way it is. This includes the subject. So here we have, weißt du schon, dass ich mein Handy verloren habe? So here we have first the main clause. Here the most important information is the verb because we use it to create a question. If you want to know more about how to create questions in German, check out the info cards. Followed by the subject, but this is the subordinate clause. The subordinate clause is started with the conjunction das. A video about this kind of subordinate clauses you will find also linked in the info cards. So this is the conjunction and then it's followed by the subject already. Because if you have a look here as the same thing as a main clause, we would say, ich habe mein Handy verloren. So now das sends the verb to the end, but the rest of the sentence stays just the way it was. So dass ich mein Handy verloren habe. So ich would be first position in the main clause, so it stays here in front too. It doesn't go anywhere. Only the verb goes to the end of the sentence. And as a small task for you at the end of this lesson, if English isn't your native language, check it out. How does your native language do it? Maybe it's similar, maybe it's not. Also, if you're not quite sure how English does it, this was obviously just a very brief comparison. You can check it out there too. The comparison to a similar language will always help you at all time to understand the grammar of the other language, the language you're learning. Because even if it's not the same, you can see, okay, in English I have to do it like that. In German, remember, it was different. So that will help you a lot if you understand the grammar of your own native language. If you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to write them in the comments below. And remember the challenge, don't ask in English, ask me in German, use what you've just learned. And if you like that video, please don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done it yet. If you want to support me because you like my channel, it's always a great support if you share my videos with all your friends, your fellow students, everybody you know who wants to improve their German grammar. Also, if you want to support me more than this, I don't do Patreon or all the other stuff. I prefer to give you extra value through my ebooks and my other materials. So the ebook that I'm using for my videos, you can actually buy this. You will find the link in the video description below. There you will also find a few more ebooks. In total, I have 10 at the moment. Many of them are exercise ebooks. So there you will also find exercises to every single video I do here on YouTube. So check it out. You will find the link in the video description. And then I hope I will see you again in one of the next videos. And until then, viel Spaß und Erfolg beim Deutschlernen.